Good morning. Dealing with the topic of lines and angles, today we will study some more concepts based on lines and angles. First, what are parallel lines and a transversal? Let's see. Transversal, a line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points, is called transversal. For example, line L intersects lines M and N at points P and Q respectively. Therefore, line L is a transversal for lines M and N as shown in figure. Let's see the figure. Now you can see in the figure that line L, this is your line L, it intersects line M and line L, which are at point, this is point P and this is point Q. Yes, so this line L is called as transversal. You can also give the figure in another way, that again line L intersects line M and N at two distinct points, that is P and Q. Distinct means different. So line L is called transversal. Another term, that is, what are parallel lines? Lines which are always equidistant from one another and never intersect are called parallel lines. For example, as shown in figure, line AB is parallel to line CD. Now, let's see the figure. You can see, according to the definition, line AB and CD are parallel to each other. We take two standing lines as the sign of parallel. So, we write down as it is seen, AB parallel to CD. Now, what is the definition of parallel lines? That lines which run equidistant. Equidistant means the distance between these two lines are always equal. Till whatever it is extended, this distance will remain equal. Another thing, that these two lines never intersect or never meet each other. Such lines are called parallel lines. Next, now what happens when these transversal and parallel lines intersects? Let's see. When a transversal intersect two parallel lines, we have taken parallel lines as M parallel to N and L is taken as transversal. So L is transversal. Some pairs of equal is called congruent in the terms of geometry. So some pairs of equal angles are formed. So when a transversal intersect two parallel lines, we get some pairs of angles which are equal. When they are equal, when the two lines are parallel. But suppose if the two lines are non-parallel, then if a transversal intersects such lines, then also we'll get pairs of angles, but that pair of angles will not be equal. Let's see in the figure. Now, you can see that when a transversal L, we have taken as transversal, intersect two parallel lines, that is M is parallel to N, it is given, the condition is given that these M and N lines are parallel to each other. We get 8 total angles. Angle number 8, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7 and angle 8. To total we get 8 angles. From these 8 angles, we can see 4 angles are interior and called as interior angles. Why they are called interior angles? Because they lie between the two parallel lines, that is angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6. These 4 angles are called interior angles because they lie in between these two parallel lines. Similarly, 4 angles are called exterior angles, that is angle number 1, angle number 2, angle 7 and angle 8. These 4 are called exterior angles because they lie outside the given parallel lines. So total from 8 angles, 4 are interior angles and 4 are exterior angles. Now, what is the relationship between these 8 angles? Let's see. So when some pairs of angles are formed, let us see which are these pairs of angles. So these pairs are number 1, corresponding angles. A pair of angles on the same side of a transversal is called a pair of corresponding angles. Now it is said, what are corresponding angles means? Angles which lie on the same side of a transversal is called a pair of corresponding angles. There are 4 pairs of corresponding angles when a transversal intersects two lines. These 4 pairs are angle 1 and angle 5, angle 4 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 6, and angle 3 and angle 8. Let's once see in the figure also. You can see in the figure that angle 1 and angle 5. This is the first pair of corresponding angle. Now, according to the definition, these both are angles are on the same side of the transversal, but you should skip one angle in between, because below one angle 1, yeah, you can also say you have to take one exterior angle and one interior angle. Either you skip one angle, or one angle you have to take as exterior and one angle you have to take as interior. You can see in the first pair, angle 1 is exterior angle and angle 5 is interior angle. Similarly, in another pair, when angle 4 we have selected as interior angle, we skip one angle, this angle, and then we take angle 7 which is exterior angle. Similarly, third pair, that is angle 2 and angle 6, from which angle 2 is exterior angle and angle 6 is interior angle. We have skipped one angle here also in between. And the fourth pair, that is angle 3 and angle 8. Again, as angle 3 is interior, another angle of pair is angle 8 which is an exterior angle. Here also we have skipped one angle. So this we get 4 pairs of corresponding angles. So first type of angles are corresponding angles. Let's once again check it out in our main figure. So this was our line M, this was our line N, our transversal L, this is transversal L, this is M, this is N. Now this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, and this is 8. Now according to our definition, what are corresponding angles? Angles on the same side of transversal, and we have to skip one angle. Either you have to select the pair as one exterior angle and one interior angle. So with one, if we select angle 1, we have to take as angle 5. We have skipped this angle 4. And you can see one is exterior angle, another is interior angle. Similarly, another pair of angle, when two lines M and N intersect by transversal L, again we can see that another pair, this is 7 and this is 8. This is 7 and this is 8. Now you can see in this pair again that now when we select angle 4, the pair with it will come as angle 7. We skip angle number 5. Similarly for here, angle 2 and angle 6. Here we skip angle number 3. One is exterior and one is interior. Another with angle 3 we take as angle 8. Again we skip angle 6. One is interior and one is exterior. So total 4 pairs of corresponding angles are there. Now another pair of angle is called as alternate interior angles. That is second pair. Let's see what are alternate interior angles. A pair of interior angles on opposite side of transversal is called alternate interior angles. So, which angles are alternate interior angles? Compulsory pair of interior angles means angle should be inside the two parallel lines. And another thing, that on opposite side of transversal means they should lie on one on left hand side and another on right hand side. These are called opposite side. Let's see the two pair. Such we will get two pairs of alternate interior angles because there are total four interior angles. So there will be two pairs. That is, first pair is angle 3 and angle 5 and another pair is angle 4 and angle 6. Let's see in the figure. Yes, you can see 4 and 6 both are interior angles and both are on opposite side. One is on left hand side and another is on right hand side. Similarly, another pair, that is angle 3 and angle 5. Again, both are interior angles and both are, one is on right hand side and another is on left hand side. So such pair of angles are called alternate interior angles and there are such two pairs. Similarly, another type of angles are alternate exterior angles. So what are alternate exterior angles? A pair of exterior angles on opposite side of transversal is called alternate exterior angle. So again here same like interior, but here we will select as exterior angles. Pair of exterior angles means both the angles should be exterior angles and another condition that they should be on the opposite side of transversal. Here also we get two pairs of alternate exterior angles as shown in figure. That is angle 1 and angle 8 and angle 2 and angle 7. Let's see the figure. Now you can see in the figure that angle 1 and angle 8 both are exterior angles and the condition that one is on the left hand side and another is on the right hand side. This is the first pair. Similarly, the another pair of alternate exterior angles is angle 2 and angle 7. 2 and 7 both are exterior angles and one is on right hand side, another is on left hand side. So such pairs are called alternate exterior angles and we get two such pairs. Next, we have interior angles on the same side of transversal, or it is also said as co-interior angles, or it is also called consecutive angles. Now, what are these angles? A pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal is called interior angles on the same side of transversal. Means the angles which are lying on the same side of transversal, and compulsory they should be interior pair only. These are called interior angles on the same side of transversal, or you can call co-interior angles also. Generally we use co-interior angles in geometry. There are two pairs of co-interior angles as shown in figure. That is angle 4 and angle 5 and angle 3 and angle 6. Let's see the figure. Now you can see in the figure that angle 4 and angle 5 is the first pair. You can see that both are interior angles and they lie on the same side of the transversal. This angle 4 and angle 5. They are interior angles, one condition, and another condition they both lie on the same side, that is on the left hand side of the transversal. And another pair of co-interior angles is angle 3 and angle 6. Both are interior angles first thing and both lie on the right hand side of the transversal. So such angles are called interior angles on the same side of transversal or co-interior angles. Next pair of angles. This is the last pair of angles. Now, some axioms and theorems are based on these pairs of angles. Let's see that is axiom 6.3. Axiom 6.3 states, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. Now what does axiom 6.3 says? 6.3 says that if a transversal intersects, what are the conditions? Two parallel lines, means when transversal intersect two lines, compulsory that two lines, if they are parallel, then what will be the outcome? Then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. We know that when a transversal intersects two lines, we get four pairs of corresponding angles. So if the given two lines are parallel, then compulsory all the four pairs of corresponding angles will be equal. This is what axiom 6.3 states. Now next axiom, that is axiom 6.4, which is converse of axiom 6.3. It states, if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. Now this is the converse of your axiom 6.3. Here the condition what it is given, that suppose a transversal intersects two lines. It is given that two lines, it is not stated parallel lines, means compulsory when a transversal intersect two lines. But another condition is given like this, that if it transversal intersects two lines in such a way that a pair of corresponding angles is equal. Suppose that a transversal is intersecting two lines in such a way that any pair, one pair from out of four pair of corresponding angles is equal. Equal means their measurement is equal. Then compulsory the two lines which are given are parallel to each other. So axiom 6.4 states that if transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. So axiom 6.3 and 6.4 are converse of each other. Next, theorem 6.2. This theorem we have to only take the statement, we don't have to prove, but it is necessary to remember, memorize, learn all these statements of the axiom and theorems, because these are we need for solving the questions also, and sometimes also to prove some of the theorems. So theorem 6.2 states, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles is equal. Again, this according to this theorem, it is given that if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, means compulsory the transversal should intersect two parallel lines, then what will be the outcome? Then each pair of alternate interior angles is equal, means total there are two pairs of alternate interior angles. So if the transversal is intersecting two parallel lines, then compulsory these both pairs of alternate interior angles will be equal. Next, it is the converse of this theorem 6.2, that is theorem 6.3. Again, it is given that if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel. Converse of 6.2 theorem. So again the condition it is given that if a transversal intersects two lines, but how it intersects? In such a way that a pair of alternate interior angles is equal. Means if a transversal is intersecting any two lines in such a way that from the two pairs of alternate interior angles any one pair is also equal, then what will be the outcome? Then the two lines are parallel. Means compulsory the two lines which are intersected by transversal are parallel. This is theorem 6.3. Next, again theorem 6.4 states, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles or co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Means if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, compulsory the two lines which are given are parallel, then what will be the outcome? Each pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal, that is, or you can say in short, co-interior angles. Total there are two pairs of co-interior angles. From that, both the pairs is supplementary. Supplementary means if you add the two angles of the given pair, it will become 180 degree. So here we don't have the equality between the pairs, but here it is given that the pair of co-interior angle is supplementary. Supplementary means the summation of both the angles of the given pair is 180 degree. Next is the converse of this theorem, that is theorem 6.5. It states if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. Now converse of it means it is given that if a transversal intersects two lines, means the given two lines are not parallel, but the condition is that if a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal, from the two such pairs, if any one pair is also supplementary, means if we add both the angles of that pair, if it comes 180 degree, then the given two lines are parallel. This is what is given in the statement of 6.5 theorem. So now we have learned that if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, we get corresponding angles pair, that is four pairs of corresponding angles, alternate interior angles which we get as two pairs, and interior angles on the same side of the transversal, such pairs also we get two. Now the relation is what? That if the transversal intersects the two parallel lines, then compulsory all the pairs of corresponding angles and all the pairs of alternate interior angles are equal. And the third condition, that the interior angles on the same side pairs are supplementary. So you have to remember, and the another three are converse of it. If it is given that any one pair of corresponding angle is equal, yeah, any one pair of alternate interior angle is equal, or any one pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the given two lines are compulsory parallel lines. These are all very useful in solving our questions and proving some of the theorems also. Okay, another important theorem where we need to prove it is theorem 6.6. Now the statement of theorem 6.6 states lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Yes, you have to learn by heart this theorem, so please watch it 2 times. Lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Now according to the statement, what is given? 3 lines we have to take. We are taking 3 lines A, B and C. These 3 lines are related in such a way that A is parallel to C and B is parallel to C. 3 lines are taken as A, B and C, and it is given that A is also parallel to C and B is also parallel to C. We have to prove that A is parallel to B. Let's see the figure that given. According to the given, we have drawn that 3 lines are given angle A, B and 3 lines are given as A, B and C. This is your line A, this is your line B and this is your line C. Now the relation is given that A is also, these both are parallel, and again another relation is given B, these both lines are also parallel. So when we draw the figure, we can see that these 3 lines are intersected by a transversal at 3 different points P, This is point P where we have given angle 1. This is point Q where we have taken as angle 2. And this is a point R where we have taken as angle 3. So the three different lines which are related in such a way that A and is parallel to C and B is parallel to C. These three lines are intersect by transversal R at three distinct points, that is P, Q and R. Now for proof, let's see the proof. Since parallel lines A and C are intersected by the transversal R at points P and R respectively. Now you can see that it is already given that line A is parallel to angle C. This is already given in the statement. So when these two lines are parallel and when their transversal R, this is your transversal R, when it intersects these two parallel lines at two distinct points P and R, you can see the angle given at these two parallel lines is angle 1 and angle 3. So these both angles will be equal. Why they are equal? Let's see why they are equal. Angle 1 will be equal to angle 3. Why? Because according to the corresponding angles axiom, we have learned in the axiom of corresponding angles that if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. So according to this, angle 1 will be equal to angle 3. Now further it is also given like this, that again parallel lines B and C are intersected by transversal R at points Q and R respectively. Let's see in the figure. Again what it is given, that line B is parallel to C, that is angle B is parallel to C, and transversal R intersect these two parallel lines at point Q and point P. Again according to theorem of according to the axiom of corresponding angles, we can see that when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. Here what will be the pair of corresponding angles? That is angle 2 and angle 3. So due to this we get angle 2 equal to angle 3. Why these both pairs of angles are equal? Because due to corresponding angles axiom. As the given two lines are parallel and they are intersected by a transversal R at distinct points Q and R. So according to corresponding angles axiom, angle 2 will be equal to angle 3. Let it be number 2. So from equation 1 and 2 we get angle 1 equal to 2. According to equation 1, you can see that according to equation 1, let's see once what is the equation 1. Equation 1 gives angle 1 equal to angle 3 and equation 2 gives angle 2 equal to 3. So 1 is also equal to 3 and 2 is equal to 3. So comparing both we get angle 1 equal to 2. Now but this angle 1 and 2 are both pair of corresponding angles. Let's see this again in the figure. Yes, again you can see in the figure that we brought angle 2 equal to angle 1. Now let's see which is angle 1. This is angle 1 and this is angle 2. But looking at the figure we can see that when a transversal intersects two lines, why we are taking only two lines and not two parallel lines? Because it is not given in the statement that A is parallel to B. This we have to prove. So for proving this, we brought that these two angles which are made when अपने two lines are intersect by a transversal which are a pair of corresponding angles. These two angles are equal. So according to the converse of corresponding angle axiom, converse of what was the converse of corresponding angles axiom? It was given like this, that if a transversal intersect two lines in such a way that a pair of corresponding angle is equal, you can see that we proved that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. This is a pair of corresponding angle when line AB is intersected by transversal T, when line AB is intersected by transversal R. So we brought like this, that angle 1 is angle equal to angle 2. So according to the converse of corresponding angles axiom, we can say that the given two lines are parallel. Therefore A is parallel to B by converse of corresponding angles axiom. Hence proved. So to prove this theorem, we don't need anything. We have used the axiom of corresponding angles and the converse of corresponding angles axiom. That is already two lines are given parallel to a same line, and we have to prove that the given two lines are also parallel. So using the given, we have proved that the corresponding angles of both the lines with the third line is equal, and using that equality we have proved that both the angles are equal, and then we have used the converse of corresponding angles axiom to prove that the given two lines are also parallel. You have to write whatever work I am doing in your regular CW book. Please note down all the things in the CW. It's compulsory, and the theorems which we are proving should be learned by heart. Thank you.